Hello again. It's the Handyman out here in the workshop. It's that time of year again where I do some full-length featured product review videos. Today's video is all about what's over my right shoulder here, the EcoFlow Delta Max. You may recall the video where I use this guy here, the EcoFlow Delta. I use it to power this welder. I use it to power a whole bunch of power tools. And this tool here was the Eliminator. The corded job site DeWalt table saw would trip the Delta. Things have changed over the years and we got the Delta Max. The reason they send these things out to me is I think I can give a real world test. A little bit different than those nerds on the YouTube that just hook up a bunch of digital meters and start spouting up a whole bunch of statistics and numbers. But what can it really do for the practical person? I'm a pretty big fan of the EcoFlow Delta. This one here lives in my pickup truck full time. It powers me off grid. It's got a solar charge controller, it's got a battery power inverter. I use it to charge my electric mountain bike, which is right there. I also use it to power my pancake compressor. I'm always airing down my tires when I'm going off-road. When I come back to pavement, I gotta pump them up before I drive home. This powers a full pancake compressor, not one of those little rinky-dink 12-volt air compressors. This video is not about the Delta, it's about the Max. Among the lighter duty things like powering this 12-volt refrigerator freezer, it's got some real power. This here is nothing. It's a piece of cake. Days upon days it could power up just this fridge and freezer. This is a really nice one, roto-molded, Danfoss, I think that's how you pronounce it, compressor in there. This is more designed to power 120 volt appliances, like your refrigerator, a real one, not just this off-grid type camping one. It can power any power tool in here that runs off 110 volts. We're gonna put that up to the test. We're gonna run this table saw. We're gonna see if I can cut some wood without it tripping any sort of overflow protection. And then I really want to run the welder off of it. I could run this welder off the EcoFlow Delta. That's the smaller one, the 1,000 watt hour battery, about a 2,000 watt power inverter. This one here goes easily over 3,000 watts. So we're going to run some beads on the angle iron, running and I'm going to crank it up. Yeah, it's been a while since I got this thing out, so it's a good excuse to get out the old welder, make sure the thing still works. Now there is one more component to this whole system here where you can run your workshop or your house off of this guy, and that is this gigantic solar panel right here. It is a 400 watt solar panel. I'll show you how this works a little bit later in the video. Once we run the battery down, we'll have a need to charge it back up. I've got a couple 2x4s that we're going to run through here. Got to really crank this deadly table saw blade up. Always gets people really all riled up when I got the table saw blade up. Probably crank it down right about there. That looks very dangerous right there. So that's what we're aiming for, right? We're just going to plug the table saw into the back. Just like that. You can see we're not using much electricity at all. Because the compressor is not running on the fridge and freezer over there. There are no tricks. No tricks. Goes right in here. I'm going to unplug the fridge so I can spin this around. Goes right into the back. No cuts. The reason I'm spinning it this way again is so you can see the readout. Maybe I'll zoom in on it. Let's see here. What do I got for some sort of safety?
Safety pays. It's not just a phrase.
Where are my little push sticks? I think I got some push sticks in here. Here we go, here we go. All right, no cuts, no cuts. All right, ready? Put your guess, is it gonna turn on? The lights won't dim. Let's go, ready? That's loud. So for the next push through, I want you to see how many watts this is drawing. So I'm going to bring you up close, show you the screen. If you're into this kind of thing, knowing watts, it's a weird thing that we obsess over.
How many watts? How many watts does this draw? How many watts does that draw? Can I run this? Can I run that? How long can I run this or that?
Spent a lot of time disconnected from the grid, always wanting to know if we're going to have enough power to make it through, or enough sunshine to, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, you get a good shot right there. Hopefully I don't get in the way. Where's that other tuber 4? Here we go. Hopefully I don't lose an arm. Ready? Set. Well, it passed the table saw test with flying colors. It didn't lug. It seemed like it had plenty of power to keep pushing through. We're going to get out the welder next and see if it will power that Lincoln 140 HD at full power. I left the bottle open. God dang it. How many of you guys know what that means when you leave the bottle open? It always leaks. God dang it. So I'm all out of MIG gas. Way too much wire speed. All right, well, maybe we'll just run a little bead right down here just to see if it works. Slow the wire speed down. I'm looking here, not at the pool. So I didn't have any shielding gas, but it still works. Maybe we'll just do this without without shielding gas. This is having no troubles running this. I'm only getting to about 2600, 2400 watts. Close your eyes. All right, so this is my blind bead, and I was watching this the whole time, and it was saying that I could get 45 minutes continuous. I'll just bring this down, show you what it looks like. Like I said, I don't have any shielding gas. Right here, I got you pointed at the readout. It's really only consuming 25 watts just on, which isn't bad at all. So you get 36-hour run time of just having it on, but you'll see this number change from 36 hours to around 45 minutes. That's not bad. You could get a welding project done in 45 minutes. It's the next day. We've got a little bit of sunshine out there, not much, but enough to test out this massive solar array. This is 4 100-watt panels all put together in a system. The case acts as the back support to hold it at an angle. It's big. It's a little unruly. This is close to the same size as a 4x8 sheet of plywood. We have our MC4 connectors over here. It comes with the cable to hook this into the EcoFlow Delta Max. So I'm gonna go take this outside and we'll get the Delta Max up here and see if we can get some charging from the limited sunshine that we have to work with. So we don't have much sun to work with. It's a little after 1:30 in the afternoon. Not much sun. You can see we can do 11 to 100 volt DC with a 10 amp max input right there. We're going to plug this in and see if we get anything coming in. You can hook this entire device up to your cell phone app and change all sorts of parameters. I have not done that. Not sure if I would need to do that, but there we go. We got 40 watts coming in on a very cloudy day. So that will take us from 93% up to 100% in 6 hours. I have 300 watts permanently mounted on my truck, and it is more than enough for this EcoFlow Delta. So the 400 watts should be sufficient for the EcoFlow Delta Max. More is better when it comes to solar for cloudy days. If you got clouds, more panels. So maybe I could hook both solar arrays up and come up with 700 watts. Have to do some configuring with different connectors, but I think it could be done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something new. Maybe you didn't know these things were even invented. I use them quite a bit all summer long, all fall long. Now that it's winter time, I'm focusing mostly on YouTube, so I won't be outside playing with these things that much. Lots of remodel videos coming between now and the end of the year. I mean, lots of remodels. I'm booked out maybe a year and a half. So in about a year and a half, maybe I'll be able to retire. Goodbye.